Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's talk about racism, shall we? Now, you know, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, as the old folks would say, President Joe Biden is supposed to offer a debt forgiveness, student loan debt forgiveness, whatever, bill or something, of $10,000 or up to $20,000 if you got Pell Grants for people who had student loans. And I think it's a process that you have to go to, and I think you have to go through, and I believe that they posted like the links and qualifications and things you need to be able to apply for it. I think you have to answer a few questions, tell the truth, that you're making less than $125,000 a year, and then I think you gotta show a W-2 from last year, and then answer a few questions like name, date of birth, social security number, driver's license, stuff like that, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Now, you know, like in one of my previous videos, I said that I don't think this is what it's all cracked up to be. I think it's one of these midterm election type deals that they're going to drag it all the way out until November before they post it up. I don't know. I think that once the midterms hit and the results are in, it may sway either way. And I don't trust the president because, hey, remember, he's supposed to talk to Ice Cube, after he got in the office about the plan for Black America, and never talked to the dude. So, the hell with him, And, what's the damn vice president name? Kamala, the Ugandan warrior, said she would never do anything for just strictly Black Americans, so the hell with her too. But anyway, now this comes out. This is from the Daily Mail. Like I said, I read the Daily Mail because they give all the details. It says a Wisconsin group sues to block Biden's student loan forgiveness because it violates federal law by narrowing the racial wealth gap and helping Black borrowers. Now, racists are not ashamed, and they are coming out full force. They are not hiding the victory at all. This is white amazing, because remember when Obama became president and the world swore him down that racism was over because we have a Black president, and all of us Black Americans looked at y'all like y'all was crazy? Now we're still looking at y'all like y'all crazy because you knew doggone well racism wasn't over. And trying to tell people, hey, my mom telling me stories about the stuff she went through growing up with the parents and the kids in her hometown. And I said to myself, you know what? If my mom's still alive, those kids are still alive. And if my mom's telling me stories about what happened, those kids are telling their children or teaching their children how to act just like them. So there's no way in hell racism is over. This definitely shows you, but let's get into this, shall we? It says, a Wisconsin conservative group is challenged. I put conservative on. I wonder about the Daily Mail sometimes. They put some words out there that show that they're not bipartisan. They seem like they total lines sometimes. A Wisconsin's conservative group is challenging Joe Biden's loan forgiveness program on the grounds that it violates the Constitution by intentionally favoring Black borrowers. Amazing. The Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty filed a lawsuit on Tuesday for the Brown County Taxpayers Association. Man, I don't know what you Black folks gonna do out there in Wisconsin, but this right here, if this don't show you there's racism up there, and I've heard about racial stories up there in Wisconsin. Man, they try to say the South is racist. Boy, these folks came out no holds barred. It treads similar ground to other challenges by accusing the Biden administration of executive overreach. But it also points out that officials have promoted the plan as a way to narrow the racial wealth gap and help borrowers of color. By creating and implementing a federal program with an improper racial motive, defendants violated the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection of the law, which, among other things, prohibits federal spending based on race. Reason to complain. I wonder if Joe Biden did it on purpose, making a statement saying this is helping people of color because they're the ones that most likely got these student loans. Because they have to know the Constitution, they have to know the law. Some lawyer like this group here, had to have told them if this would work or not before he made this announcement. So I wonder if this is all a game, so it can drag out again throughout the midterms, so that once the midterms are over, still gonna be trying to pass this, still gonna try to be implementing this. But it's gonna be sued and continue to be sued, and eventually he's gonna drop it. Then he's gonna say, "Man, I tried, y'all. I tried to help the black people, and them doggone Republicans wouldn't let me do it. That's why we're gonna have to vote Democrat come next presidential election." And look me up in 2 years to see if I'm right. It says, by creating and implementing a federal program with improper racial motives. Okay. Biden announced his plan to cancel federal student debt in August. It includes forgiving up to $10,000 for borrowers earning less than $125,000 or up to $20,000 for those who have Pell Grant loans, which are typically given to people in financial need. Hell, I was one of them. I mean, if you're gonna give it to me, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said before, shit, if you just cut out the interest, or drop the interest out, shoot. I mean, hell, that'll help out more than anything else. The Department of Education estimates it will cost $305 billion over the next decade because of reduced cash payment to the government. But yet, in the long run, they're going to get their money back and then some, because also in the plan, it's allowing people to pay based on income. So instead of having to pay a minimum amount, most people aren't making $125,000 a year. It's going to allow you to go, let's say your minimum payment was $500, and then you say, well, hey, this is how much I make. I only make this much money. Okay, well, then we'll drop your minimum payment to $100 a month. Still owe the same money. Oh, no, well, we took $10,000 off. But the interest rate's going to be the same. They say anything about dropping the damn interest rates, but then it'll just extend it over. Instead of you being able to pay this off in 30 years, now it'll take you 50 years to pay it. And that interest is going to keep accruing. So after those 10 years, man, that money going to be right back where it started. These people ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call these bean counters, man. They done look this stuff over way for a long time before they put this out. So the administration faced criticism that it was effectively giving cash to a section of society that needed it least, people with college degrees. But the White House said that the impact of debt forgiveness would narrow the race wealth gap. Just threw that out there. This is all out the blue, huh? Yeah, I think this is a plan. This politics is a joke. By targeting relief to borrowers with the highest economic needs, the administration's actions are likely to help narrow the racial wealth gap. It said in a fact sheet promoting the policy. Black students are more likely to have to borrow for school and more likely to take out larger loans. It's the whole, the black woman is the most educated now with the most degrees, and black men are hating on them because they got all these degrees. But yet, when you look down deep, that's that surface level stuff. Like, look at me. I got new clothes, hair done, brand new car. Yeah, but you got a brand new car, but your minimum, if you got a brand new car, you paying at least $700, $800 a month for the next 6-7 years, and a car that's probably gonna break down in the next 3. You got all those new clothes, new hair, new nails, but yet you put the majority of that mess on your credit card. Got a house, but you house poor. That's surface level. But down underneath, they say the black women got the most student loan debt. So what is the purpose? And you see people who done paid minimum balances because that's all they can afford on student loans for 10, 15 years. And they come back and look and they say they owe more now than they did when they took out the student loans because of the interest rate. So again, what does your 5 degrees got to do with the price of tea in China? Make it make sense and then explain it to them. It says this has been seized on by Rick Eisenberg, president and general counsel of the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, who said it violated the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection. The White House has indicated that one reason to do this is that they believe it would disproportionately benefit social racial groups, he told the Washington Post. Man, if I lived in Wisconsin, never got into some legal trouble, shout out to George Floyd, I'd have got these people for my lawyer because they look like they know the Constitution. So shoot, I mean, they gonna fight for me, right? Because they don't want to do anything against anybody due to race. I'm just saying. The racial motivation supports these taxpayers standing to challenge the policy and forms yet another constitutional difficulty with the program. At least 7 states have launched legal action, mostly questioning whether Biden has the authority to act without Congress on the issue. I don't think he can. I mean, that's what Obama said he had a problem with. He said he wanted to do a whole lot for black people, but his hands were tied. He couldn't do nothing as president because he had to get everybody's approval. Shoot, Donald Trump, Joe Biden get out here, do things like a sun gun and have no problem. Get a little backlash, but stuff still goes through. The Biden administration has cited a 9/11 era law, the HEROES Act, for the basis of debt forgiveness and allows loans to be written off during national emergencies. Last week, Arizona's Republican Attorney General Mark Brnovich said that did not stand up to legal scrutiny. The president, quote, the president attempts to stretch the HEROES Act to assert authority over all borrowers in the country, citing the COVID-19 pandemic as a national emergency and the entire United States as a disaster area, he said. The HEROES Act additionally requires that any action by the Department of Education to modify or waive loan requirements must ensure that borrowers are not placed in a worse position financially, if not for the national emergency. However, several federal loan borrowers have not suffered in relation to their loans. Right, because I'm gonna tell you like this here, shoot, I mean, tell you the truth, most of us ain't paid student loans back in years. There are a whole lot of deferments, which means it's still up to date, current, but interest rates kicking our butt because again, man, stuff just can't, you know, it's hard to pay back. Like I said, the interest rate is not helping. That's why they allow you to get deferment, so the interest just keep piling up. And then when it's time to pay, they know you'll be paying. That means the government will be getting money from you for the rest of your life. You can count on that. But man, like I said, this story here got a lot of little different, you know what I'm saying, forks to it. Because one, you got these people out here showing that, I mean, to me, just showing they, you know what I'm saying, that hatred toward black Americans. And then two, it makes you wonder, are they all playing the same game? Because remember, no matter if it's the left wing or the right wing, it's the same. It's 2 wings on the same bird. And the only way the bird gonna fly is if they fly straight and get to the destination, is if those wings fly together. Just remember that. Anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace and I'll see you on the other side.